What's going on, everybody? This is West Nale Iris. We are your hosts,
Yes, it is.
Nale and West.
Yeah,
What a coincidence. We
just
have the
crazy.
same names as the title.
That's the title of the show. Who would have thought?
Uh,
It's like Colin Cowherd and the herd.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, where'd that come from? That's crazy coincidence.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I was gone a few days actually, and Josiah held down the fort. So we say
one of the 2 days.
Yeah. As you could tell, this is my background setting is real. That it's beautiful. Today we have to do a little bit of catch up. No, it's not a green screen. We have to do a little catch up. So we're gonna recap. We're gonna recap the weekend.
We gonna recap the weekend,
and then we have some predictions that we're gonna do, and we have to revisit some predictions that we made last week, and then we have some things that we're looking forward to this week in the sports world. But first, before we get to there, I want to tell you to go watch this on YouTube if you're willing, and then while you're there, subscribe and comment below. The question for the day, okay, is where do you like to vacation? Your favorite place to vacation? Woods or beach? Josiah, woods or mountains or beach?
For me, I gotta go with the beach.
I think I'm with you. I used to be a mountains guy, but I think
I love the mountains. I really do, but I think the beach takes it for me.
Mm-hmm. Then now, after you go to YouTube, now go to Instagram and TikTok and follow us there, West Nile Virus, and we're on podcasting platforms, so you can check us out there. All right, let's recap the weekend, Josiah. Over the weekend, the Olympics finished up. So I'm just going to hit on what the United States did in some of their events. So on Saturday, we got Molly Seidel. We're gonna butcher these names. She got bronze in the women's marathon, which I cannot do. So congratulations.
Oh yeah.
The men's 4x400 relay, we finished in first with the gold medal, baby.
Yeah.
And the women's 4x4 relay did the same thing. Then our baseball gold medal game, we ended up losing to Japan 2-0. We're going to revisit this later. And then basketball, the men's basketball team won gold. So all you doubters out there, we won gold.
Katie.
KD, I think she said Katie, like a female name.
Katie carried us to gold in men's basketball. Katie did. Good job, Katie. We're very proud of you.
Then in the equestrian event, we had the jumping team final jump off. The United States finished with the silver. And then in the golfing world, we swept golds as the women's individual stroke play, Nale finished with the gold. So men's and women's golfing, we got gold.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Let's see what else we got here. In the women's gold medal match for water polo, we smoked Spain. Wasn't even close. 14-5.
Beautiful. So, now we did lose in men's water polo to Croatia.
I know. That was the 5th place game.
Yeah. So we got 6th.
Yeah, that was a bummer. But if we're going to lose to one country, I guess it'll be Croatia, even though I don't want to lose. Women's freestyle, I believe this is wrestling, the 50-kilogram bronze medal match. Sarah and Hildebrandt beat Ukrainian. So congratulations there. And then we're going to Sunday now. There might be some people running around, just so you know. In the women's basketball, we beat Japan 90-75 to win the gold.
Watch that game. It's a good game. The Japanese were surprisingly good at basketball. They're
really.
I mean, they were a lot shorter than like all of their players. They had one girl who was literally, I think she was 5'4", and she was their she was their point guard, and she was being guarded by, I can't remember her name, but there's a girl with like the braids, and
Oh yeah,
she's real
that
tall
girl.
with all the tattoos.
Oh, Brittany Griner.
Yes, Brittany Griner. Very tall. It looked hilarious. It didn't look real. I'm being honest. Like it looked like a toy and then a real person. It just looked off, but they did really well. Like they were passing the ball really well, and they shot threes. We shot twos. They couldn't stop our twos though. That was the problem. So
I like the way you use your basketball vocabulary.
yes.
They shot threes, we shot twos. Anyways, on to boxing. In the men's light division, the 57 to 63 kilogram, Keyshawn Davis ended up losing in the gold medal fight, so he finished with silver. And then in the men's super heavy, the 91 plus kilogram final, Richard Torres lost as well to somebody from Uzbekistan, I believe. So they put up a good fight, though. We got silver.
We'll take it. It's better than nothing. It's a good try, and you can come back, and now you can carry your success into outside of the Olympics.
Yeah. Onto the track, but not the track you're thinking of. Cycling track. And I didn't get to watch any of these. The women's Omnium points race. Jennifer Valente from the United States won gold. Congratulations,
Beautiful.
Jennifer. I should look up what Omnium is because I don't know. In volleyball, women's volleyball won the gold medal. They beat Brazil 3-0. Swept them.
Let's go. Let's go.
So that was huge. I don't know. I heard a stat. I don't know if it's the first time we've won gold as in women's volleyball or if it's been first time in a while. So
I'll take a gold.
And that's it for the events. But I wanted to tell you that, and I'm sure most people know, that the United States finished first in the gold medal count, whatever that means. We had the most golds, and we had the most total
overall medals. Yeah.
Yeah. Most overall
Which I think we probably also had the most athletes go to the games. So,
yeah.
But still, hey, American dominance, baby. We won by 1 gold too, though. Like China was in the lead the entire Olympics up until like the last 2 days.
The last day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finished with gold with basketball, women's basketball and volleyball and a few other golds. And then I saw a stat that was this was the most medals since 1984 by a country, and which we set that in 1984.
Wow. 1984. What a year.
So we finished with 113 total medals, 39 of them gold, 41 silver, 33 bronze. People's Republic of China, what a joke of a name. People's Republic finished in second. No.
The ROC, the PROC. Yeah. Anyway, so we did that. We were able to pull out the gold medal win in the Olympics, and I mean, to be honest, not a lot other than that happened this past weekend.
A lot of baseball, a lot of soccer.
A lot of baseball and soccer, but we're not going to run through all those things because it's a lot. We'll cover
we'll cover it when it counts.
Yes, we'll cover it if there's any like huge games like, this team, if they win, they're going to go. But and we'll cover like the championships and stuff like that, the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
when you play 100-some games, it's a little tough.
It's a little tough for a kind of a freelance sports show to
yeah,
doing this on our own time outside of work and school and
yeah.
But
if you're into baseball and MLS, I'm sure you had a wonderful time over the weekend watching all that.
Yes, or the Premier League,
the start of the Premier League.
Yeah, English League One and all that.
Which is, if you're not familiar, the English Soccer League.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
this week, Josiah, what are you looking forward to this week in the sports world?
Well, this week there's going to be I believe the UEFA Super Cup is finishing. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's the last game in the UEFA Super Cup. Chelsea's playing Villarreal on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, there's a Leagues Cup quarterfinal, and then on Thursday there is a Leagues Cup quarterfinal as well. That's soccer. So that'll be fun. But not any teams that I'm particularly invested in, so I'm not really looking forward to them, but it's something to watch. And if you're invested in those teams, then it's great.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. For Americans, New York City FC and Orlando City SC. So.
They're playing. There's a huge mosquito in front of me that I just killed. That's right. This week, I am looking forward to two things. Not necessarily games, but watching the rookies, the NFL rookie quarterbacks play.
Yes,
I want to see how they
definitely.
what happens with them. And then I'm a big San Francisco Giants fan. And the MLB is heating up a little bit because it's getting closer and closer to October, playoff time. And the Giants are actually leading their division. We have the Dodgers and the Padres, and no one thought this was going to happen. And they're continuing to win and do well. So it's been a lot of fun to keep
Wow. There you go.
keep up
Yeah,
on.
I'm as far as baseball goes, as Caleb knows, and I think possibly the listeners will know by now, I've never been super into it, but I'm getting there. Okay. So my team is the Atlanta Braves. Okay. And they're playing the Cincinnati Reds.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there you go.
But you're not really you just wanted people to know.
I just wanted them to know that Atlanta's playing Cincinnati this week and that
Okay.
Atlanta is going to win.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know how good either of those teams are.
Well, here's what I'll tell you.
Cincinnati's also playing Cleveland.
The Atlanta Braves are 2 games behind Philadelphia Phillies right now. And which that's close, Josiah. I just want you to know. And then but they're 6.5 games back from the wild card. So they're more likely to win. They got to win their division. It's looking like. So if you're an Atlanta fan, you're cheering for the Philadelphia Phillies to lose, and you just want to always win, of course.
Okay, so I'm cheering for the Dodgers this week.
Oh,
they're playing Philadelphia.
Okay, perfect. Other than that, there's nothing really I'm looking forward to, you could say, like certain games and things like that. So
yeah, there's not much coming up right now. Definitely watching the rookies play, especially the rookie quarterbacks, because yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, there's been a lot of hype around Trevor Lawrence, a lot of hype around Justin Fields, a lot of hype around
keep going,
Lance.
Yeah, keep going, Josiah. This is
a lot of
great.
If I just keep listing, maybe something will come of it. That's what I'm thinking. You know,
I think most of the people are interested in preseason because they play fantasy football and they want to know who's getting snaps. You know, if they are in a dynasty league, what rookies to draft. So I think that's all.
Yeah, and a lot of people do draft before the preseason, and then some people draft after. And our league, well, I'm in 2 dynasty leagues actually, and one of them drafted like a month ago, and then our family league is drafting. Well, I mean, it's not scheduled yet, but we haven't done it yet, and so we need to get on the scheduling part of that. Actually,
come on,
yeah, that's kind of my bad.
But yeah, so other than that, this is what I call the dead zone in the sports timeline right now, because we have no playoffs after the NBA. This year we had the Olympics, so thank God. But we're not quite to MLB playoffs, but it is heating up a little bit. It's just the start of the MLS season and the Premier League there is some golf stuff going on. I know I think the FedEx Cup or oh man, I should have wrote it down. But there was a PGA Tour tournament over the weekend, and
Wonderful.
Answer, I believe, won, a Mexican guy.
Okay.
And so other than that, there's not a whole lot going on, and that's why I call it the dead zone.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot. As you mentioned, just MLB regular season and MLS kind of just starting up, and
Yep, that's what I said.
yeah, that's why I said as you mentioned, but it was completely useless of a sentence. Anyways, thanks for listening to our
the
something episode. I don't know what this was. It was weekend recap / predictions. Oh, we need to do a prediction recap.
Yes, that's what we're getting into right now. We're gonna revisit our predictions and see how we did. So first, let's start with the bad, Josiah.
Okay.
You and I started with the women's soccer team, and we said that they would finish with at least a silver.
Hmm.
And I believe you said gold.
I may have, but
I
one thing I do know is
that they're
neither of
not.
us were right.
So the women's soccer team, I'm sure as everyone knows, finished with the bronze. It was let down. And Josiah and I predicted them to finish. Predicted them to finish with silver. Josiah gold. Neither of us got that right. So we are 0 for 1 there.
Sadness.
This isn't bad for me, but this is a bad for you, Josiah. We predicted the Hall of Fame game. And
Oh, yes.
the winner of the Hall of Fame game. And you predicted that the Cowboys would beat the Steelers. Well,
Yes, I did.
turns out that the Steelers won. So I got that one right. So there's
Yes,
one for
you
me.
did.
I'm 1-1 on predictions. You are 0-2 right now.
Oh, yes. I think that was also the only thing that we were different on.
Yes. Other than you could say the medal for the women's.
Well, yeah, but that didn't matter anyways because we were both wrong. So
then we got into men's basketball, and we said that they wouldn't lose after their first loss to France. And that happened. That was big. They did not lose a game. They won
beautiful.
They won the rest of their pool games, and then they won the elimination games to win gold.
Go.
So both of us correct on that. Then we go into baseball, men's baseball. I don't know what you said, but I said that they would take the silver.
I also said they would take silver.
Yes.
So.
And they ended up taking silver to Japan, who I'm just going to toot my own horn here, I was worried about. And we ended up losing 2-0 in the gold medal game, fortunately. So they took silver. It's a bummer that they didn't get gold, but we were right.
Yes. Stinks that we were right, but we were right. So that's good.
Yes. And last but not least, we went into the Gold Cup. The Mexico versus United States of America championship game.
Gold Cup championship.
We said that the United States would win, which they did. Then we predicted the score, and somehow we didn't talk about this earlier. We both said 2-1. It was not 2-1. It was 1-0 United States, and we both took the over on 2.5 goals scored. That we missed on as well. So
we got it right in the most wrong way possible.
Yes. That's a recap of our predictions. We're going to keep a running tally of those throughout the year and how we do. But Josiah, this week, we need some predictions for this week.
Sure do.
And what is going to happen?
What?
So, my prediction this week is that on the first drive of the Jets game, Zach Wilson is going to throw an interception.
Dang it, that's what I was going to say. Never
No,
mind.
no way. You were gonna say that?
Well, no, I wasn't gonna say that, but when you said the New York Jets, I was like, oh, Zach Wilson's gonna throw an interception. That was the first thing I thought when you said Jets.
Yes.
He's not doing very well in practice right now, but I'm not taking that prediction because that's your prediction.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say for the Colts. For the Colts, I'm going to say Jacob Eason throws at least 2 touchdowns in the first half and
The first
is
half.
is taken out at halftime.
Okay, so you think he's gonna start
I think
multiple
he's gonna.
drives?
I think
He's
he'll
gonna
start multiple drives because they need him to get some practice in with
with
the
ones,
guys in a game. So
ones and twos probably. Yeah,
yeah,
I could see that. So you think he's throwing 2 touchdowns
2 touchdowns
in their first game?
in their first game.
My
I will.
second.
I
Sorry, go
won't say in the first half. I'll just say he'll throw 2 touchdowns.
ahead. There you go. That's probably a little bit safer.
Hedge my bets a little bit.
When it comes to any other predictions, it's a little tough.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a
baseball.
lot, y'all.
But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go like into the future. Like, and we're gonna hold on to this prediction. And I'm going to say that in the in the National League, so I'm sure I don't know if everyone has that. The Giants, San Francisco Giants, my baseball team, they are leading by 4 games, 4 games up on the Dodgers, and they have the best record in baseball right now. And my prediction is that they finish the MLB season with the best record in baseball. That's my prediction.
What's that record again?
Their record is 71-41.
Okay. And
And
is that currently the best record?
yes, it is currently the best record. The team that is
So you think they'll just
closest-
continue winning?
Yes, the team that is closest behind them with the most wins is the Tampa Bay Rays. They have 68 wins. They're 68-44. So they're 3 games behind them. And
Okay.
they're only 4 games up on the Dodgers, who is in third in wins. So that is my prediction, is that the San Francisco Giants continue their winning ways and finish the season with the best record in baseball.
Well, I'm cheering for the Dodgers this week, so
Well, screw off.
you are pretty lucky because the teams I cheer for never win. So so there you go.
Now, do you have any predictions when it comes to MLB or MLS?
I mean, listen, okay, I could list a ton of predictions right here, but the problem is that they're all going to be completely uneducated.
Let's do this. Technically, we mentioned before that the MLS is in the beginning stages. They've played 18, 19 games. So they're that tells you how much we know about MLS. But Josiah,
wonderful.
let's take a prediction on who's going to win the MLS real quick. I just want one team, your prediction to win. I believe they're about halfway through the MLS season, actually, not the beginning. But I probably should stop talking about how many how deep into their season they are.
Yeah, I don't actually know how many games total they play, so
it would make it easier if they ran it like the Premier League and every other soccer league in the world, where they played everybody twice, and then
yeah, I don't actually know how MLS does it. So,
Give
that being said,
who wins the MLS? Josiah?
my team to win the MLS is not my Atlanta United, because I'm not totally delusional.
And they're not doing too well.
No, they have won 3 times out of 18 games. They have tied 9 times and lost 6 with a -4 goal differential. My team to win, though, this year is Orlando City SC, Orlando City Soccer Club.
Okay.
That is who I think is going to win the MLS this year. Now, obviously, we will have when the MLS Cup comes up and it's a little bit closer, we will have predictions then based on the teams that are still there and stuff. And that will
Yes.
be a different thing. But our mid-season prediction, this is it. Mine is
Yes.
Orlando City SC. Yours is
New England Revolution.
it's not surprising. They're doing pretty darn good. I was gonna say them, but I didn't want to pick the top team.
Yeah, so I know I'm basic, but they've scored the most goals in the MLS, and they have I believe it's Matt Turner. He was the goalie for the United States during the Gold Cup, and he caught fire, and so I think it's going to be tough for anybody to beat the highest
I
scoring
agree.
team.
I have a feeling you're probably right about this, but
Well,
we're not gonna.
Hey,
I'm not changing it.
the thing about the MLS is that it's not it doesn't they have a playoff at the end.
Right.
That's what I should say. It was just they have a playoff at the end. So after the season is done, you've got the regular season is done. You got all your points. You finish with the most. You finish with the most points. You go into a playoff. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's what happens. That is it for our predictions. That is it for the episode.
Yes, it is. And this is going to operate as both our Sunday episode,
yes,
and our Monday episode. So if you're a little confused, understandable.
Yep. And this one was a rough one. This is what happens when you're on vacation and there's a dead zone in sports right now.
Yeah, there's just nothing. There's nothing we can do, guys. We're sorry. We're trying our hardest, but
don't apologize, Josiah. Don't apologize. They know it's okay.
It's okay.
They don't need another apology from another person. There's
true.
All these apologies from everyone.
If anyone would like a used Pokemon online card, there you go.
And that's how you know we've run out of content. It's time to say goodbye. Everyone, thanks for listening. It's been we'll see you tomorrow for a little get to know with Josiah, and he's
so short.
Talk to us about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, D&D sports. That's not the same thing.
All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.